Welcome to the Gratitude and Attitude Podcast, an organic and sometimes hilarious ongoing conversation between two soul sisters who have a lot of gratitude and sometimes a little bit of attitude. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Gratitude and Attitude Podcast. I'm Pri.
And I'm Nan.
And
we have Carlos in the house.
oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We miss you, Carlos, when you're not here.
We love it when you come.
We argue. When you're not here, we argue.
Yeah. Did you see the last podcast?
Oh.
That was special.
It was a little feisty.
Yeah, you were feisty.
No.
Yes.
You were feisty. We both were.
You just said I was feisty. Then I said, yeah, you were. And then you were like, no, I wasn't.
We both were. But we missed you.
Yeah, we did miss you. And whenever we fight, it's a loving thing.
It's not a fight.
It's like, what is it? Squabble?
It's bantering, like strong bantering.
Strong bantering. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
Now. Strong bantering.
Love it.
Speaking of strong bantering, does anybody have anything that's happened recently in regards to, let's talk about the topic.
Yes, let's go there.
Okay. You want to intro it?
No,
Okay.
Introduce it.
So this week we are talking about what you focus on, you become. And when Nan picked it, because we pick every other week, when Nan picked it, I was like, gosh, that's so brilliant because it says so much. It covers such a wide variety of things. But more than anything, it's really about being intentional in the way you think, and then how your thoughts form and create the life that you live. So what you focus on, you become. So does anybody have any thoughts about focus or anything that happened this week about it? If so.
I mean, I think that I struggle with that all the time. I mean, I focus on things that take me down a rabbit hole that I can't get out of, or takes me a while to get out of. You focus on something that isn't good and you just kind of fester on it and it becomes big. And then before you know it, you're, like I said, you're down this rabbit hole and you're like, okay, I got to get out of here.
I'll tell you, I have a little story. I went to the eye doctor recently.
Okay.
And I was checking my eyes. And what we realized is, like, when I was focusing, that eye chart? The eye chart that when you go to the thing?
You read, yeah.
So I was like, A, S, B, C, F. I just started making up letters because I couldn't see anything.
Oh, gosh.
And finally the doctor looked at me and he's like, clearly are you focusing? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, are you lying? And I was like, yeah, I'm totally lying.
Why did you just tell me you couldn't see it?
MJ, SBT.
I think that spells smart or something.
I felt like I was a failure. So I made up the letters.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, there's not a single letter up there.
I just tell him I can't see it. No.
That's the difference between you and me. I'm like, I'm being tested. I'm going to be amazing. J and
wrong.
B.
You missed them all.
It was
you
wrong.
get an F.
I do. And also my vision is the worst it's ever been. But all that to say, like, one of the things he told me was, it's kind of a little late for you. He said, but you can actually improve your vision.
Really?
By hanging one of these charts in your house and focusing on these letters.
I never heard that.
Focus.
I have never
I was like,
heard that.
Focus. Okay. Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can improve your vision. But
how many times a day do you have to do it?
I don't know.
Oh.
But then I actually found a podcast by Andrew Huberman about improving your vision. And he confirmed what my eye doctor told me,
so interesting.
which was you can. And you can actually, there's like all different other things you can do. But I'm tying it into the podcast because we're talking about, what you focus on, you become. If you focus on getting better vision, you might actually improve your vision a little bit. Now, mine is so bad. It's kind of beyond, and I'm older now. And so obviously, like, the time horizon for me to improve my vision has changed. But what you focus on, you become. If I was really focused on improving my vision, I could have done better. And that actually reminded me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being vulnerable by telling you I lied about the eye chart.
Oh my gosh.
I'm also being accountable. That's part of the spiritual.
It's not a big deal.
I don't like lying. That's another podcast
That's
we're going to
not
talk
a
about.
lie. That's just you being
Just a little something.
It's totally a lie.
Right. Well, first of all, you got caught in the lie because you couldn't read it.
But just because you get caught, it doesn't mean you're not lying.
Is that a lie?
Carlos, impartially speaking, is that a
Carlos.
lie?
To me, it's not.
Oh, I love Carlos. You
I
know,
swear.
we're a team. High five.
To me, it's not.
You are a
You actually did great.
You did the best you could do.
I tried really hard and I was very bad at lying. At least that's something we know about me.
No,
We're
you're
going to
not
do a
good.
podcast on lying because we have very different ideas about what constitutes a lie. But back to
Yeah.
focus.
Right.
Let's focus on focusing.
Right. So that's it's perfect because whatever we put our energy or attention to, those things will develop.
Right.
Like, so if you put your energy and your attention to read that, what is
Eye
that called?
chart.
Eye chart every day.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like that could change.
Yeah.
But I have, of course, my little notes here.
Okay, yeah. What are your notes? Let's start with that.
Well, first of all, I did get a lot of my information from Battlefield of the Mind, everyone. I'm going to make...
You're blocking the
well,
camera with your knee.
It's perfectly fine. I'm doing this because I'm going to make Priya happy today. That I'm actually quoting from a book and I have the name of it.
Carlos, you've missed it. She quotes all these things.
She likes to do that.
She does. And they're really brilliant, but also you have to attribute it. It's by law.
It's not. It's the I can never remember.
It's copyright law. That's what it's called.
No, we're not going to jail. It's off of the, what do you call it? It's public knowledge because it's all on the internet.
But
she
anyway,
she likes
you know
to-
what I love?
She likes to take the credit by herself.
But
I never
she
take the
doesn't.
credit.
You're such an instigator. She never takes the credit. Now I'm going to defend her.
Well,
Yeah. but-
anyways, she's got some, I love this book. First of
Yeah.
all, I love it. I've read it. I can't even tell you how many times.
yeah. And Carlos, you're reading that book too, right?
Yeah,
It's amazing. But
right.
she talks about, she says, where the mind goes, the man will follow.
Yeah.
So if we focus on our negative, we become negative and so on. So if we focus on things that are happy, we will be, not that you'll be happy, but I don't even know how to explain
It's actually
it.
a scripture.
Right.
That's-
Yes, I have it right here too.
What's the scripture?
It's Proverbs 23:7.
Yeah.
For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. So basically it's the same thing. But it's just that the mind is so powerful.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't know. Like I'm just speaking from experience of my own experience, is that when I do focus on something negative,
Right.
I become negative. Like my attitude is negative.
Right.
You know, I look at things more negatively. Like if I'm focused on something more positive, I have a better attitude. And sometimes it's freaking hard to focus on something positive when you're going through something negative. Let's just say you have a situation. Well, with me, I know sometimes I freak out when I have to do something like medically. I'm like, oh my gosh, I always go to DEFCON 10, you know? But
for really good reason, just
well,
as your
I know,
defender.
but if I don't go there and I stay more, positive, like don't go to that, to DEFCON 10 and just really focus on thinking, okay, it'll be okay. You know what I mean? So just stay positive about it.
Yeah.
Don't go down that road. Don't think negative about it. And it's just powerful. Your mind is extremely, extremely
strong.
powerful.
Yeah.
I'm going to read this. So it says, our inner state shapes our outward behavior. I loved that.
Did you make that up?
No. Our inner state shapes our outward behavior.
Here you go.
But I love that.
I love that though.
So it's our inner thoughts and attitude determine our outward actions and character. So that is perfect.
Yeah, it is so good.
Our inner state shapes our outward behavior.
Yeah.
So, what we're feeling and thinking on the inside
Right.
projects on the outside. And it's like if you're in a bad mood, they're like, oh man, she's in a bad mood.
Right.
I mean, you can't be, you can't be, I mean, if you're going through something and, you know, I mean, like I guess you can't be happy all the time, but it just kind of, I don't know, it just, if you try to stay as focused on something as positive as possible, you know, it helps the situation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why that is? Did you know that there's a scientific reason for it?
No, I did not know
Did
that.
you know that, Carlos?
Well, I
No.
figured there has to be something like your body must
100%.
produce something. Is that what you're talking about? Like
Well,
when,
your body actually doesn't produce, kind of.
okay.
So, you know, I love talking about the brain. It's
Yeah.
like my jam.
Right.
So I'll share with you what I learned today. First of all, do you guys
Yeah.
know what neuroplasticity is?
No.
Okay. So
Carlos, do you?
neuroplasticity. Do you know, Carlos?
Is there a capacity of the brain to change, to adapt?
Exactly.
Gosh, Carlos,
exactly.
good. You got A+ in
The
Priya's
brain.
class.
Yes, you got an A+ today.
Thank you.
I can rapidly take it away, but right now you've got the
Behave.
A+. So what happens is that your brain, as it takes in information, what your brain does through the eyes and then into your brain is it turns it into an electrical impulse.
Okay.
Your brain is basically like lots of wires and they're talking to each other. They're conducting electricity along from end to end. And there's something called a synapse, which is a tiny gap between one like neuron and another. And so what it does is the electricity jumps that gap. It's almost like it's like a mountain climber, like jumping from one side to the other, but leaving a rope behind it. And so what happens is when you focus on something, there's all these centers of the brain that, you know, like that do executive function, all this stuff. But not getting all hung up in that. When you focus on something, it's like it's a thought that jumps a gap and then creates a path behind it. The more you focus on that thought, the stronger that path becomes. It goes from being like a tiny little spider web to like a thicker rope, then to a bridge, and then it's a full connection. So the more you focus on something, the more you set this path in your mind. Then as the path is set, your brain is so powerful that it will say, oh, I believe good things are going to happen. So I'm going to help this person, you as a human being, make lots of tiny decisions that support your expectation of good or they support your expectation of bad. That's why your brain becomes a partner with you in the way you think. And there's such tiny decisions that you don't even know you're making them. For example, you wake up in the morning. If you're negative and you're like, this day is going to suck, your brain will go, oh, you need more rest. Your day is going to suck. You don't even know it, but because you fixated and meditated on that, you're like, you hit snooze.
Right.
You hit snooze, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, crap. You wake up and you're like, I'm going to be late to work. Do you see how it all kind of follows itself?
Yeah.
And you already expected it to be a bad day, but because your brain was aiding you in that expectation, you roll in and your boss is like, you're late to work again. Do you not want to be here? So then you're like, I knew it was going to be a bad day. No, honey, you actually participated in that with your brain because of an actual neuron transfer of energy. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, because it all stems from the brain. Like it's all, I mean, you're doing it more in the, explaining it in the scientific, right? But it's exactly what happens.
Exactly.
It's like the brain just is so amazing.
Right.
And does, you know, just, I don't even have the words to really say what I'm trying to say, but I mean, it's amazing too, because a doctor told me once that the brain and the stomach are one.
Yeah.
So like when you get nervous about something and how your stomach gets all like knots, it's connected.
Yeah.
It's like your second brain, your stomach is what this doctor told me. But it's, you know, the brain is very powerful.
Yeah.
It's very powerful and can,
it
makes.
I relate that a lot to something very simple. It's like when you have a glass half full of water.
Yeah. Right.
Some people may see it half full.
Yes.
Some people may see it half empty.
Yes.
Right.
It's
So
true.
depending on how you see it,
Right.
Right.
that says a lot
It
about
is. That's a good
how
example.
you see life,
So
how
good.
you focus.
Right.
So good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like staying negative or positive. So
Yeah.
negative would be half
It
full.
can be half full, but also
I mean
can be
half empty. Yeah.
But I'd rather to see it half full.
Right.
Right.
That's the
Uh-huh.
positive part, not half half empty.
Yeah.
But that is true. It's like being, negative and positive.
Optimistic. Optimistic.
Yeah, being
Yeah.
optimistic. How about you, Carlos? Have you ever experienced like anything where you kind of knew that you had to like stay focused, like more positive,
Right.
and like a situation where
Yeah.
you're like kind of your mind over your body, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I realize that now and then that the mind, what you think, what you focus, plays a big role in your daily life.
Mm.
And me right now, I'm working on my surroundings, like creating the ecosystem,
Yeah.
so I can feel productive. I can
Right.
help me to feel in a positive way.
Right.
I like to be very organized,
Yeah.
So I'm willing in my mind to be optimistic and to focus on what I have to.
Right.
But I also working on my surroundings to adequate to what I'm pursuing. So everything is on sync.
So like this, yeah. So give us an example of what that is. Your surroundings to equate what you want to achieve. Is it beauty, peace,
Peace, color.
color?
Color for me plays a very important role.
It's like a soothing?
Music,
Okay.
music, color, everything organized
Yeah.
in drawers and
Yeah.
things on the floor everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So working with my kids together.
Oh.
That's you.
Oh my God.
Oh,
look
my.
who's fine today.
Airplane mode is on.
All I'm going to say, everyone,
Everybody, airplane mode is on.
I don't know. That's
It is
weird.
on.
Did you answer it? You should have answered it because if it came through airplane mode, it must be like this special call.
I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, it's on. Ha ha. Everybody automatically thought.
Oh, I was just gonna.
Everybody's
just go
cup
crazy
was
on her.
half full.
Yeah.
I mean, half empty. Mine was half full. I have
That's
airplane
so
mode
weird.
on.
That's odd.
I
Now,
don't
you see,
know.
That may happen to anyone.
It's
It
okay.
happens to me last time.
It's
It's
okay,
happening to you today.
Cree.
We
did
are
happen.
even. We are even, Priya.
Airplane mode is on. I just want you to know.
It's okay.
But
So-
what I was saying
Yeah.
is focusing is good. It's the
Yes.
best. But also we need some help. And
Yes.
for me, the surroundings, the ecosystem where I live
So
Yes.
good.
plays a big important role.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how you feel.
Because when I wake up in the morning, I see a lot of stuff in the floor
Mhm.
everywhere. I don't feel in the
Yeah.
good mood,
Yeah.
But if I see everything where it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
help me a lot.
You know what
To-
the best is? I didn't. No, you
I
keep
finished.
going. Keep
I
going.
finished. That's
Well,
I wanted to
what
say.
the best is that you have two small children, and what you're teaching them is wake up in the morning and have
Mhm.
everything put up because you're going to feel better. So when they see you feel better with that, they go, "Oh, I'm supposed to live my life with everything off the
Mhm.
floor."
Yeah.
You're setting a pathway for them
Yeah.
in the most positive way.
Uh-huh.
But that might not bring them that same feeling.
Well,
You know what I
don't
mean?
Who looks around and thinks,
Well, I don't know. Some people, it doesn't matter to
"I
them.
feel great peace with
Well,
all
that's
this
because we
stuff on
feel
the
that
front."
way.
No,
but not
they-
everybody feels that way.
They
Not
told me-
everybody.
They told me sometimes I am a little bit bossy.
You
But,
are. You're
yeah.
bossy.
Yeah.
You boss us.
No, she's the bossy one. We're
I am the
easygoing.
bossiest. I am the bossiest.
She's the bossiest, but she's not the boss, everyone. Just like making that clear.
Somebody's a little sassy again today.
Well,
So I talk about the
Yeah.
ecosystem, the surroundings,
Yeah.
yes.
and then what else can help us to
Well-
achieve
Yeah.
the goal of focusing in what we need to.
Well,
Well,
go ahead.
you.
No, I was just going to say we can't have a positive life if we have negative thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, we
that's
can't.
so good.
Right? We can't. And I just made that up right now.
That was yours. Say it again.
You cannot have a positive life if you have negative thoughts.
Yeah,
I mean, you
I
think
mean,
about that.
That's
Like,
like the huge takeaway.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Isn't that
because,
so good?
Mhm.
yeah.
You should put it on the internet so that AI
Why don't
will
I get-
generate
I'm
On
it.
the
gonna get
website.
shirts
No, that's
made.
going on the website.
Merch.
Merch.
On the
Cannot have a
website.
positive life with negative thoughts.
I love that.
That's
Put
on the
it-
website.
Mhm.
Yeah. To the website.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's why-
Gratitude and attitude.life, everybody. Thank you, Carlos.
Oh my gosh.
What?
My thing rang too.
I'm
Oh my
telling
gosh.
you.
Yeah. Why is an airplane? Look,
I know.
what's going on?
I don't know.
I'm turning just. That's so
All
weird.
right. I bet.
What's
That's
going on in
not
this house? What
that's
kind of
not
energy are you?
happening.
Nothing. What kind of
my
energy
little,
in this
that's
house?
my little revenge.
That is your revenge.
That's not happening to me today. I will tune it off. I won't accept any call.
But yeah, well, it's even like, I mean, back to our subject of what you focus on, you become. It's even like if you don't feel good about yourself, if you focus on the negative things that you feel about yourself, you know, then you portray that. You know what I mean?
That's huge. We should camp out on that a little bit because I think one of the things is people don't know that they're focusing on negative as much.
Yeah.
It becomes just something that's so like a part of their everyday. I'm going to give you guys an example.
Okay.
And I love my sweetheart so much. And it comes from a conversation that we had. And he's very much the realist. I'm like the wild optimist, and he's very much a realist. He's still an optimistic, happy up person, but he's like, let's be realistic. And I'm like, I 100% of the time expect amazing things to happen. Like I always am like, the best is going to happen. That's just the way it happens. He's not like that. But the other day we were together and it was like a Friday and a Saturday. And on Friday he said something and it was uncharacteristically a little bit negative.
Oh.
And I was like, that's weird. And I remember thinking, I wonder if he's not feeling well or something. This is so not him. The next day we were at the movies and we had bought tickets for like these particular seats. You know, like when you buy a ticket, like an Epic Theater or whatever. Yeah. This is not a plug for Epic Theaters just either.
Oh my gosh, every podcast.
I love it. I have to work it in. So we're sitting in one of these theaters and we had gotten like, E17 and 18 on that particular row. And we realized it's so strange, but people actually choose to sit next to other people.
I don't understand that.
When they see it.
Why?
I don't get it. I can't take it. I'm like,
I was
picking a seat away from everybody else. And then like this couple sits here and another couple. One time, a couple came and sat right next to us. And there was like a huge row open. But anyway, back to that.
Yeah.
I go, babe, do you want to move?
That's annoying.
I know. And he doesn't like being around other people either. He likes sitting kind of like off. So he's like, yeah, let's move. But we may take other people's seats. And I was like, well, let's just try. Kind of an empty theater. And it was like, I don't know, second month or whatever of this movie running. So we go and sit somewhere else. And somebody walks in and he goes, we're probably in their seats. And I go, oh, we may be. Let's just see. So they start walking up the aisle and I'm like, oh my God, we are in their seats. I'm going to feel sheepish.
So what's the worst thing? They're going to ask you to move.
I said, I'm going to feel sheepish.
Then
And I
you get
said,
up.
babe, we'll just move.
Exactly.
So they come in.
Oh, I have your seats? I'm so sorry.
They come in and it's not their seat.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, that worked out perfectly. And he's like, the next person who comes in, it's going to be their seat. And he's so like tough and strong. I believe everything he says.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, he's probably right. So someone walks in and goes, watch. But all that to say, nobody ever came to our seats. But I said to him later, I said, honey, did you know that yesterday and today, you said a couple of things that were a little bit negative. It's so unlike you. Are you feeling okay? And he goes, I didn't even notice. And that's the whole purpose of this example. Is that, and by the way, he's never been that way before. He's never been that since. Like this was a couple of weekends ago. He's just not wired that way, but it can be that sneaky.
Yeah.
Like negative thinking can be that sneaky. And so all that to say is that you could just kind of fall into a trap.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah, of thinking
It's
negatively.
Extremely. We really have to be careful what we think about.
Yeah.
Like we really do. I mean, do you really ever think about? Do you ever tell yourself, "Well, let me be careful what I'm thinking about"? You know, we don't do that. I mean, how many times do you do that? Like, I don't really do it. I don't think, okay, let me think about what I'm thinking about here.
Yeah.
But we really should. We should really be careful of what we focus on.
Correct.
And to be aware, like, okay, well, I'm not focusing on something good right now. I need to stop. I can
I
stop
actually,
thinking.
I have a scientific reason why
Oh,
that's the
good.
case too.
Oh,
I'm
really?
serious.
Okay, go ahead.
Seriously.
All right, go.
This is,
Go.
I did learn this this
Okay.
week.
What's
says
it
so-
about?
So it's about negative thinking.
Okay,
Like
okay.
you're like, we really don't know, but it is easy to think something negative, right?
Right. And
So you know
catching
why?
yourself. Why?
Because your brain was wired
Mm-hmm.
to put you on alert when something bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's not wired to put you on alert when something good happens.
Really?
It's because from the dawn of time, like anthropologically, like way back at like cavemen, if something alerted you and it was negative, like you hear the sound of a saber-toothed
Is it like the
tiger
fight or
roaring in the
flight
back.
thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And what your brain does, it stamps that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Danger.
Yeah.
So that's why you're more predisposed.
Yeah.
Scientifically, your
Mhm.
brain is more predisposed. You have all these bits of information swirling
Mhm.
around, coming in your mind.
Oh, like our picture here. See? That's
Ah,
it. See?
What about the picture?
Well, it's kind of
Crazy.
portraying what you're talking about.
It is.
The craziness. Of
That was
just-
so genius that you picked this
I
picture.
know, right? I'm trying.
I love that.
Anyway, go ahead.
No.
I saw something related to what you just
Yes.
said, and this guy was saying that was called a survival instinct.
Yes,
Mm.
that's so good. That's exactly what it is.
He was saying
Survival instinct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you have to survive.
Yeah, it's
and
a fight
the
or
mind
flight.
is wired in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so it's wired to note negativity. It's
Mhm.
not wired to celebrate positivity.
Mhm.
Therefore, what
Mhm.
you're saying is absolutely true. You have to be intentional
Yes, you have to be intentional then. Yeah.
about what you fixate on.
That's very interesting.
yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting. I never knew that. I never knew that one had a higher
Yeah.
sense of
Priority.
something,
It's
you know?
actually priority.
Mm.
It's how your brain prioritizes.
And when you have the fight or flight, how you think about that, your stomach, how it all, because
Exactly.
we were talking about before, you get and you feel like this pit in your stomach.
It all, yes,
Mhm.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So it all kind of ties in.
Mhm.
But of course it ties in because God made us. He
Mhm.
created us.
Yeah.
And he made us to be these really complex beings
Mhm.
that process thought in all these different ways. And I love that so much because just as we can allow negativity to run away
Mhm.
with us, we also have the power and capacity to allow positivity
Right.
to run away with us. Like we can be, instead of being taken captive by negativity, we can choose
Mhm.
to be positive.
It's true because it's very hard to focus on. It's very easy to focus on what you don't have.
Right.
So, right. So you kind of like the negative thing.
Yes.
It's very easy. It's harder, I think, to focus on what you do have.
Yes.
Right?
You
feel-
have it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's,
makes sense.
it's easier to focus on what you don't have.
Right.
And I think that it's work. It's work to try to focus on things that keep you healthy,
Yeah.
mentally healthy, keep you, mentally focusing
Yeah.
in the right direction
Right.
to, having being healthy. I don't know if healthy minded is a thing.
It is
You
a
know
what I
thing.
mean? But-
It's totally a thing.
Yeah, I would say that probably some tips
Mm-hmm.
for people to improve or to keep them being focused.
Yes.
Yeah.
On positivity.
Positive.
Yes.
Maybe what you eat,
Mm-hmm.
sleeping well.
Yes. Sleeping well.
What else?
Yes.
Water.
Drinking a little water.
Water.
You gotta
Yes.
drink a lot of water.
You
So
have to drink
important.
lots of water.
Mhm.
To hydrate. Yeah.
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 Try to avoid alcohol,
Yeah.
depending on how you
Yeah.
feel with alcohol.
Right.
For me, when I drink alcohol next
Mhm.
day,
You feel terrible.
terrible.
Yeah.
I can't focus. I get like a little depressive.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Well,
That's it.
alcohol is a depressant.
Yeah.
That's why.
But Carlos, is that you over drinking or
When I overdrink.
Okay, so
When
when
I
you
overdrink.
over.
No, if I have a few margaritas.
I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, no, when I overdrink.
When he drinks margaritas
Oops.
Really strong margaritas.
No, that next,
at lunch
next
after
day-
church.
Yeah. No, not that day. Next
Oh
day, I
my
didn't feel
goodness, we
depressed.
have to talk about that one day.
Oh, yeah.
Should we
Oops.
save
That's-
that for
that's-
another
Yeah, we
podcast?
save it,
We'll
we
save that
it, we
one.
save it.
We'll save it for
Carlos
Faith.
Adventures.
That was a good adventure, Carlos. We got to talk about that. Okay, sorry everyone.
Yeah,
we have
so-
a really great story to talk about on
You
another
guys
podcast.
have to keep watching us because you
hilarious.
have to hear this story about
amazing.
Carlos and
Oh my
margaritas.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
But you're right.
I'm
Back
trying.
to the
You're not
podcast.
helping me to forget.
Sorry,
Oh, we
I'm
gotta
never.
say, you have to think positive, Carlos.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Think
don't think about what we
positively.
just said. Just
Yes.
think positive.
Yes. Okay.
Go.
Drink lots of
A
water.
lot of water.
Sleep well.
Not too many margaritas.
Not too many margaritas.
Just maybe one or two.
Yes.
Balance.
Balance it.
Uh-huh.
But you do. If you drink too much, you feel terrible the next day
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you totally do. So
What else are we missing?
What
exercise is very
Exercise.
important.
Oh, you are on fire. Today.
Yeah. I mean, listen, for me, it's that everybody knows. Like I could be in a really bad mood. Like I get into a funk and I go in and exercise and I just feel better. It just mentally releases those endorphins. Is it endorphins?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just I feel better.
Yeah.
But it kind of clears my head. But I think, yeah, fresh air, getting out in fresh air,
Outdoor activities.
sunlight.
Sunlight.
Oh, sunlight's so
Sunlight.
important.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But
Also, the people around you.
oh my gosh, that's so good, Carlos.
Gosh, let's talk
Who you
about
surround yourself with.
Who
So-
surrounds
So
yourself
good.
with,
that. So if you think about us as like the
Mhm.
locus of our own universe,
Mhm.
you've got the world,
Mm-hmm.
then you've got your acquaintances, then you have your friends, then you have your family, and then you, right? Those are the ways that those circles
Mhm.
tighten up around you. First of
Mhm.
all, the world that we live in is not a powerfully positive world.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of negativity. You watch the news, which I don't. It's negative,
Exactly.
negative, negative. You don't
Exactly.
find anything positive. And not to interrupt you, but it's
No.
like with my dad. I love my father. He's a little old man. He sits in front of the TV
He's
and he watches the
funny.
news. And when you talk to him, it is nothing but negativity. It's negative, negative. I'm like, Dad, if you keep putting this negative stuff in your head,
Yeah.
this is what's going to happen. You talk about nothing but negative things.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something positive today.
I wonder
right?
why it
I'm
is
sorry
that
to
the-
interrupt
No,
you, but it's
Well,
it's true.
yeah.
I mean, as he's aged, he's become a little more negative for sure.
Yeah, and
He used to tell these hilarious
I mean,
stories.
he does sometimes, but when
Yeah.
it's like when you put negative stuff in
Yeah.
your mind, it's very hard. When it's constant, like you watch the news all day long,
Yeah.
you're getting this negative, and it really affects you. It starts making you be negative, you know?
Right.
And he's a perfect example sometimes, you know.
See, I watch the news
Mhm.
all the time,
Mhm.
and I watch it for information.
Mhm.
I love the information I get, but I'm looking at it as an
Mhm.
information source,
Mhm.
not as the source of truth. The source
Ah,
of truth
That's so
is
good.
the word of
That's
God.
so good. That's so
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
and
you're not believing everything you're
It's
hearing.
also
Exactly.
information, not the source. of the
Yeah,
truth.
that's
it's not
different.
the source of the truth. And when it comes to news, the internet,
Mhm.
what news is sometimes truth,
Yeah.
sometimes not.
Right.
You just don't know. I mean, I've always been a skeptic, so
Yeah.
I believe my own eyes. But I think for your dad, he's believing these narratives, and some of them are true, some of them are
Mhm.
not. But it's a source of news; it's not the source of truth.
Right.
So, and I think that's important because I love the news, and I'm very tuned in
Mhm.
and dialed into what's happening.
Yeah,
in
but it's
America.
what news you watch too.
Yeah,
That makes
it
a
really is.
difference.
It really does.
Yeah.
So there's that. But
Yeah.
then, Carlos, back to you. What you
Yes.
said, who you surround yourself with is a
Mhm.
big portion
Yes.
of how you think.
Mhm.
So tell us a little bit more about that because that's so
Mhm.
huge.
I seen a few examples when somebody's trying to get better on something or probably get better just with her life, and then the people around that person is not helping.
Mhm.
Instead of giving positive thought,
Right.
is they just bringing negativity to
Mhm.
their life, to her life, and then you realize that you still can make it. You still can make it, but it's going to be very hard. So I really believe that you have to be very careful with the people you surround
Mhm.
with, because that will affect one way or the other way
Yeah.
what you will do on your daily basis,
Yeah.
how
Mhm.
you think, and
Right.
actually who you are somehow.
I want to tell you guys
Yeah.
a story. This last weekend,
Mhm.
I was at an event, which I don't go to a lot of events, but this one was important to me, and I went. And I was talking to somebody, an old friend of mine who I love dearly. She's still a good friend of mine. And we were talking, and she said something negative about somebody else. And I was like, maybe, she was like, I bet she's doing it for this. And I was like, well, maybe, but maybe not. And she looked at me and she goes, oh, come on.
Mm.
And I was like, I choose not to believe the most negative explanation for everything. And she goes, you got to be realistic. And I was like, well,
She's trying
I am.
to change your thought process.
I said, well, I am. And I just, maybe you're right. I mean, you could be, but maybe you're wrong. Maybe that person has grown and changed. You just don't know.
Okay.
You don't know. And I thought to myself, this is what we're talking about in the way people influence the way we think. And the truth was, she was like, you used to be more of a skeptic. And I was like, I choose to believe better of people now. That's my choice. Don't try and change the way I'm thinking. And we laughed about it. And she was like, cool about it. But in my mind, I'm like, I could have gone down a really negative pathway and assumed the very worst. P.S. She's probably, I mean, I hate to say it, she's kind of probably right about this person that we were discussing. But I really wanted to go, hey, let's not go there right now. Maybe that person may not be making that decision for that reason.
Right. So it keeps you from focusing on the negative.
Right.
So taking you down that road where you're focusing on the negative about that person.
Yeah, but do you see, that's someone who I love. This person I was talking to is someone who I genuinely love and think the world of. But because she was thinking negatively about that person, she wanted me to join.
Right. She wanted you to focus on the negative part of it.
Yeah, even people who are in your circle
Yeah.
can do that. And what I decided was, it's funny because we had talked about, you know, you had picked this topic last week, and I immediately thought in my mind, oh, I want to share that story.
Yeah.
Because it's so illustrative of how people can change the way you think.
It's true, but how many times has this happened with us? I'm like, okay, forget it. Let's not focus on the negative here.
Yeah.
Let's just focus on the positive. Like we'll say to each other, let's not go down that road. Let's focus on the positive. Let's think about the positive. We're not going to go down the negative. If we start going down that rabbit hole. Yeah, we do that to each other. It's like, okay, we're not gonna go there.
We made the decision along the way that we're gonna be, if we want to live as close to what the scriptures share with us is the most beautiful way to live and the most optimized way to live, then we do. And what I love is that our code word is that road. And that actually is what you focus on, you become. It is a road that you get on and you walk down it. And you can walk down a great road or you can walk down a negative road. And we do stop each other because it's natural. I mean, like, what we're not saying that we have this perfect thought life. What we're telling everybody is, what we're saying is everybody is capable of being more negative than positive. Everybody, and
like
the danger is,
it's easier to focus on what you don't have or what your life is not, how your life's not going well, than it is to focus on the positive things.
Yeah, and the worst is when you turn it into a prophecy. Like, have you ever heard someone say, bad stuff happens to me all the time?
Yeah.
Of course that happened to me.
Yes.
Bad things happen every day.
If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck.
Oh, I hate that phrase.
That's what people say.
Yeah.
I don't say that.
Yeah, you don't. You don't. I've never heard that.
I never
heard
say that.
You're so optimistic too, Carlos.
Yeah, I think we all are. I mean, but we do still, not
try.
you as much. I do. I go down the rabbit hole way more than you do.
I don't know that that's the case.
Yeah. But I am aware enough to tell myself stop.
Yeah.
Like enough. Like stop it. I mean, literally out loud. I'm like, okay, you're not going down there.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to stay positive about something, and I feel like our thoughts determine who we are also.
Yes.
Yes.
That's scary sometimes.
So think about that. If your thoughts determine who you are and you're not mindful of what you're thinking.
Exactly.
So I actually have a quote here and it's
Could
so
be scary,
good.
Carlos. What are you thinking about?
Yeah. I have to say this.
Sorry, go
So
ahead.
this famous Stoic. Do you know who the Stoics were?
I have no idea.
It was a particular type of philosophy back in ancient Rome and ancient Greece.
Yeah, no, I don't know it.
So it's called Stoicism, and it's about how, like, Marcus Aurelius. Do you know who he was?
Sadly to say, I do not.
He's kind of a famous general in history. Marcus Aurelius.
Oh, Marcus Aurelius. I used here.
You just heard it. That's how you know Marcus Aurelius.
Carlos, come on, we're a team.
So wait, that's the guy from the movie Gladiator. What? Marcus Aurelius.
I don't think he was a Stoic.
We're not talking about the same guy.
No. I mean, no, but same time frame.
Okay,
you're close.
I'm close.
You're so close.
Point for me.
You are so close, Carlos. You got my point.
You got zero. You have zero.
I do have zero.
Your A+ just went to an A.
I have a -0. I don't know it. She's the brain.
Let me finish
Go.
my quote.
All right, go.
Okay.
Quote.
So he actually would quote this guy.
Okay.
This guy's name is Epictetus.
Okay.
Okay. What he said was, you become what you give your attention to.
Mm-hmm.
If you yourself don't choose what thoughts and images you expose yourself to, someone else will. You become what you give your attention to.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about.
And if you aren't focused, if you yourself don't care about that, someone else is going to put it in your mind.
That's
Someone else. And what that means is someone else is controlling you.
Oh, yeah.
And that someone else might be easily Netflix, for example, Amazon Prime. If you don't care, someone else will be putting stuff on your mind.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Like if you leave your mind open wide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Like
we
if you
usually,
just leave
some
it.
people usually do without having with knowing.
Yes.
Well, right, because a lot of people aren't aware of what they're thinking about. Nobody really thinks about what they're thinking about. I mean, how many people think that?
That's such a phrase too. Think about what you're thinking about.
I mean,
So
how many
good.
people really think that? I mean, it's. I
And
never
what about visualization?
Yeah.
When you visualize what you
Well-
want and how you want it.
Yeah, that can put you in. That can put you in.
Focus, right?
Yeah, and it can put you in a positive mindset. Like you vision what your goal is, or what you're looking to achieve, and it can go either way. Some people can be like, my visual goal is this and that, but look what I have. You see what I'm saying? Or some people be like, well, that's my goal. That's what I'm thriving to get to, and I'm going to focus on that, and I'll get it.
Yeah. It's really good.
I have a quote from Joyce Meyer.
Okay.
It's not from you now? Oh. That's something.
You attributed that to Joyce Meyer.
Priya,
I do.
That's something new. It's not from you?
It's not from me.
You know what? She gets an A+ and you're at an A.
Okay, but let me just say I'm not doing this every time, but I'm going to do it on this one.
All right, do it. Do it.
I loved this because, anyway, thoughts are powerful. They aren't just words that flow through our minds. So it is very important for us to decide what we will allow to rest inside our minds.
Ah, that's genius.
That is so
She's
good.
good.
I mean, that is good.
Yeah.
So think about that. They aren't just words that flow through our minds. It's very important for us to decide what we let rest. That's so
A big deal.
good. I mean, that's like mind-blowing.
Well, that's actually, we could have said that and been like,
Done.
podcast over.
Yeah.
Because it's so
So
well
what we
said.
rest, what we fester on, what we let sit in our mind.
Yeah.
It's so controlling.
Well, I mean,
It is.
And it determines, like what the scripture says, as a man thinks, so he becomes.
Yes.
I mean, it all starts with the word of God.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
Yes.
just see it playing itself out throughout life,
Yeah.
And actually, I like kind of where we're going at this point in time, because what we're saying is be very, very careful,
Yes, what you're thinking.
be
about.
mindful. But how, posing a question to both of you, how do you change how you think, what you focus on? How do you change what you focus on? The first thing is that you're self-aware.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You have to be aware of what you're focusing on. That's number one.
How do you become aware of what you're focusing on?
Well, you have to tell yourself. You have to make the choice whether you're going to be more disciplined in your thought process. Like you have to tell yourself. I mean, nobody can do it for you. It's you thinking.
How do you know that you're thinking negatively?
Well, you have to figure that out. It's something that you have to come to terms with, that you have to decide if something is not good for you
Right.
or your thoughts aren't good for you.
Right.
I mean, some people maybe can't do it. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like on so many of these podcasts we've done already, it's a lot we've talked about it. It's like a choice you have to make.
Personal responsibility.
Yeah, it's like you have to make that choice. And there's people out there that may not think that they need to, you know, and that's fine. But to live a peaceful, life, in a sense, I think it's important to really think about what you're focusing on and try to do your best to focus on something positive. And listen, you could be going through an extremely hard time and it's very hard to stay positive. There is no doubt about it. There's no doubt, but it's so important to try to stay as positive and think of positive things. I know it's not easy. It's so not easy.
Yeah.
Well, probably an exercise for basically anyone, I would say, would be ask yourself,
Yeah.
are you happy?
Yeah.
Look around where you are.
Yeah.
Look at your family. What do you have? What you have achieved in your life so
Exactly
far?
what you have.
And then
Your blessings.
if you feel like you don't belong,
Mm-hmm.
or you feel sad when you think about that,
Mm-hmm.
you may find the answer on your mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you focusing? What are you using your time for?
Right. Yes,
You know?
it's true. And
And that might be a trick for someone who doesn't know. I am being positive, focusing on life or something. Probably ask yourself, are you happy? Do you enjoy every day?
That's so good,
Mhm.
Carlos.
You know?
You have to
And
ask
that,
yourself
and
those
that
questions.
might be a trick, because sometimes, as you said before, sometimes we don't know, and that's true. Sometimes we don't know when we're not thinking right.
You kind of have to check yourself
You kind of have
in a
to check
sense,
yourself,
like in a way, but
Isn't that one of your favorite things?
yeah, check yourself.
Before you wreck yourself?
Hmm.
She says that.
I think that, and honestly, you think about it though too. Not everybody wants to be healthy minded. Like
Mhm.
there are people who are okay with being where they are.
Yeah.
And they may feel they are healthy minded. They may feel I do focus on the positive, but they don't live that way
Yeah.
because your actions become your thoughts.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
No,
your
your thoughts
thoughts.
become your actions. So
Correct.
yes. So
You say things so like I really believe you. Like I
Really?
went with it. I was like, oh, I thought we're saying the opposite, but okay.
no, your thoughts become your actions.
Yes.
But yeah, and I think not everybody sees it the same way.
Oh.
So it's just all about what you want,
Yeah.
how you want to live your life, how you want you to think about things. But I think mostly people know when they're negative in a negative spot. I do.
And I would say sometimes we live in a very stressful world.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes
Life is stressful.
Sometimes
It is.
Sometimes that might be a reason for some people not knowing what's going on.
Right. They just
So
it's a habit.
whoever wants to analyze what's going on,
Yeah.
you have to slow down a little bit
Yeah, good.
and then do the exercise.
That's
so
good. It's good.
It's really good.
Like picking the kids from the school, then I have to work. Then how many
Exactly.
shifts I'm doing today? Then okay, I will
Yes.
work this weekend. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm working this weekend.
Mhm.
So and at the end, people have like say a couple of hours a day.
Yeah.
They don't have time sometimes to think. Oh,
Yeah.
am I doing right?
All right. I have to focus
I
on what
am
I'm thinking
yes.
about.
But
I'm
in
so-
order for you to make changes in your life, you have to slow down.
Yeah.
Find the time, find
So
the space,
good.
slow down,
Yeah.
Well-
and ask yourself, I am happy.
I'm going to say something a little bit controversial, which is that's an excuse. I'm too busy is an excuse. I'm too busy to think is an excuse. And I'm not saying that in a mean or judgmental way. What I'm saying is none of us are too busy to think. We have the brain in our head and we have a knowledge of ourselves. And it may be very, very, very slight knowledge, or it may be that you know yourself deeply. But the truth is, if you make time, whatever you make time for, that's what gains importance. And if you make time for your mind to settle in a little bit and say, what am I thinking about? Then you will find the time. If it's important, you find the time. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, and
If it's important, you find the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think you, in some way you're correct. In some way, it's very, very, sometimes people will say, and I've done it, like I don't even have time to go to the bathroom. Like, you start thinking like in your mind, like you're like, and you have, moms that have 5 kids, they're taking them to school, they're cooking dinner, they're doing all these things and they have no time for their own self-help, like their health, and honestly, I think people's mental health is more of the last thing that they think about. They think more of the physical, and sometimes
if you're giving all your energy to your 5 children,
right. So it's kind of hard. So I get it, what you're saying,
last.
but if they can find, even like when they're going to bed, just a moment, 5 minutes of their time to just kind of think about what they've been thinking about all day and where they're at. And a lot of people will be like, God, my day was so busy and I'm so stressed out. And it's, that's hard. It's hard to stay like, focused on the positive things when your life is a whirlwind, right? Is
Yeah.
what you're trying to say. I know for me, what I do, because my life can get very hectic.
Yeah.
And I'll tell myself, okay, it's all good. It's going to be fine. I'm like, it's going to be fine. I'll deal with the situation. I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Let me go on to the next thing. Hey, it's going to be fine. If I don't get something done, or if I'm going to be a little late, or I'm going to do something, I have to tell myself it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I start thinking, oh my gosh, I got to get this done, and I can't do this, and I don't have enough time in the day. And then you just go down a rabbit hole of negativity.
Yeah.
And that works for me. I just tell myself it's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. It'll be fine.
That's actually one of the strategies that I was looking at and that I put on my list of things is that's just another word for positive self-talk.
Right.
You have to, and actually one thing is if you say it out loud, your brain will believe it. It's another brain thing. Like it's just a little weird little hack. So when I'm feeling fearful, I always say, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
This too shall pass.
Right.
And another thing I always say out loud is, every cloud runs out of rain.
That's a good one.
Every cloud does. It doesn't rain forever. It can't rain forever.
Right.
Every cloud runs out of rain.
Yeah.
So those are two things that I say. And then, one of my sort of things to deal with difficulty is I visualize a positive outcome. And I'll tell you where I got this from. My dad, who was like my absolute, he was my mentor for many, many years. He was my hero in business. And he was my best friend. Like my dad was my person. And I said to my dad once, Papa, because my sisters and I call my dad Papa. I said, Papa, what would you say one of the reasons was why you were so successful? Because he was fabulously successful as a human being and also as a businessman. I mean, money wise, sure, but in terms of what he accomplished, he was wildly successful. And he said to me, I always expected the best. And I was like,
great attitude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like always. And he said, especially when things were going bad. I'd go, wow, things are going bad. I can't wait to see how good this ends up. I was like, I mean, when you think about, knowing what he did, how complicated the industry was that he was in, how wildly successful in the industry he was, people used to travel from around the world, let alone America, to visit with my dad and find out how he had achieved what he did. But he would always say, I'd be like, you literally, even when things were going badly and you thought, oh, it's all over, my company's over before it's even begun. He said, yeah. I'd go, whoa, this is bad. I can't wait to see how good it turns out.
That's good.
And he said, I said, did you believe it? And he said, when I didn't, I told myself I believed it. I would tell myself that.
Yeah.
And that actually is, for me, like what you focus on, what you become. That was one of my earliest lessons about, he was focused on this ending up well.
Yeah. And let me tell you, it's hard to watch. So when my dad last year had that heart surgery, so my dad has always been like this strong man, like
Tough.
always tough. And he, after his heart surgery, he became so negative. Like so negative, and it was hard to watch somebody. So you're the opposite. Your dad was extremely positive. My dad always would, last year would think the worst. It was like, why am I sick? Why this happened to me? I don't understand. I'm a good person. I'm like, Dad, things happen to good people all the time. Bad things happen. You're fine though. You made it through your surgery. You're doing well. But he took this negativity down this long road. And it became like so obsessed, like powerful over him, right?
All encompassing.
And it's like, and it was hard to even be around him at times because it was just negative. Yeah. And so I saw that firsthand on where negativity can really take you. And then it threw him into a depression. And then it just, infected my
Really
mom,
hard.
affected everybody, the whole family. Like, we're like,
Yeah.
okay, this is not good. But it definitely, his mind frame, and we didn't even talk about that. It's like it can draw you into being depressed
Yeah.
when you constantly think negative,
Yes.
constantly. So,
It's actually the worst possible outcome.
yeah, but
of
he's doing better. He's doing
Yeah.
much better. But yeah, he did not like his circumstances, and he decided to go down that really bad road
Yeah.
and think nothing but negative things. And that was tough because remember, I was like, I don't even know. It's tough to even be around him. You look at him, you're
No.
thinking, oh my gosh, are we really going to talk about this? It's like, instead of you should be like, oh my gosh, I made it through my heart surgery. I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 85 years old and
It's like
I'm
a total.
I'm doing great.
What you want is a paradigm shift. What you want to say is,
Yeah.
these are still the facts of the matter.
Yeah.
I had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
So the negative side is, I can't believe I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Why me?
Yeah.
The positive side is, I had a heart attack and I'm here.
Yeah, and I'm doing fantastic.
I'm alive. And you can actually do that exercise over and over and
Yeah.
over again.
Tried.
I remember reading something
Mhm.
once years ago where it was like, I got in an accident
Mhm.
and the person said, I'm so thankful I'm alive.
Yeah.
Here's the number
Mhm.
one like tip that I have for thinking positively.
Mhm.
What you think of is the
Mhm.
way it could have been worse. I had a terrible car
Mhm.
accident. I totaled my car, but I'm still alive.
Mhm.
It could have been so much worse.
Yes.
If you can say,
Yeah.
wow, that sucked, but it could have been so
Yeah.
much worse, you automatically
Shift that.
shift into a
Yeah,
whole
that's
new
good.
mindset. And that's actually how I changed
That's
my
so good.
thinking.
That's so
When
good.
I was young, as a teenager, I
Mhm.
heard it. And I was like, wow,
Mhm.
if I can only think of something that's possibly worse than what I just
Mhm.
suffered through, like, you have something bad happen,
Mhm.
but think about this. It could have been, so I actually started practicing in my teen years.
Mhm.
It could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
If you can say, oh, it could have been so much worse, all of
Yeah.
a sudden you're like, it's not that bad.
Right.
Or that really sucked, but it could have been so
Could
much
have been
worse.
a lot worse.
That was
Oh,
that was
yeah.
the one thing that I really wanted to share.
No, it's perfect.
Today.
What age were you when you did that?
I was probably 15 or 16. I
Mhm.
went to boarding school, so I was away from home.
Mhm.
And it was actually my advisor who ended up being like my second dad.
Mhm.
He was like, when I'd go in, I'd be like, and then this happened. He'd go, oh, it could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mr. B, why do you always say that? And he's like, because it could
been
have.
so much worse.
And we laughed about it.
Yeah.
He's the one who taught me that. Yeah,
Mhm.
it could have been so much worse.
No, but that's a good way to look at
Yeah.
it. It kind of,
Yeah.
to help that process. But I do feel like some people are just negative too. There are some people who are just negative,
Yeah.
and it's very hard. And some people will never change. Some people will just think negative constantly,
Yeah.
and
And you feel the energy sometimes.
yeah, and it's hard to be around them.
Do that happens to either
Well,
one of
look
you?
at yes,
When you reach someone and you feel like uncomfortable, like
yeah,
you don't know what it is,
yeah.
but you feel something.
Yeah,
That
it could
happens?
be like a negative energy from someone, or just negative. You can just feel like, or they're talking, they're saying things, and you're like, okay, yeah, this is not somebody that I think I could be around a lot,
Yeah.
And I've been in situations where I'm like, oh my gosh, that person has drained me mentally.
Yeah.
I can't, right? So it's like they put all these negative thoughts, and you're talking to them, and everything's negative, and you're looking at them, and you're like, I don't even know what I am so like checked out. Like, I'm just looking at you thinking, when is this over? Okay, what do I have to do later? Because it's just so much negativity. Like I
Yeah.
just can't handle it. It's just too much. So I try not to be around like people who are so
Mhm.
negative. I mean, yes, we are going to have negative times. We're going to be negative in our life. We're human beings, but it's somebody who is constantly negative, and you try to help them.
Yes.
You try to help them, and they just choose to keep on being negative. Then you have to make your choice whether it's a healthy situation for you to be in.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then that's on you. Nobody forces you. I mean, you hate to be that way, but if it starts affecting your thinking,
Yeah.
then yes. Because even like talking about my dad was somebody you can't cut out, and your life would never
Mm.
do that. I mean, but I'm saying, like, it became so negative, it started making me negative.
Mm.
And then I would get in this bad mood because I'm just listening to all this negativity.
Right.
Because he stayed with me for a couple months,
Yeah.
and it was just so negative. Oh, it was so hard. It's tough for me to be around someone who's negative because I work so hard to be positive as much as I can. And I love my dad. You know, I would never, I'm not saying I don't love my dad. I'm using his experience as an example.
The truth is, your dad is very lovable, and that's what makes any negativity he expresses
was tough.
like weird.
Yeah, it was
because
really
he's
hard.
so lovable. I mean, he really is a total character.
He has these funny jokes.
He has
and
these hilarious jokes.
He's a bad boy.
He's a bit of a bad boy for sure.
And he's got these funny jokes, and all of a sudden, and then here is this very depressive man.
That's something else that we have to take into consideration, which is age.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
and thinking about how much life he's got left, but you can think, hey, like Priya said. It could be worse. I'm here. I'm living. I could live another 10 years. The doctors are like, you can live 10 more years,
Yeah.
I mean, think about that, You have to be thankful in the moment. You just have to, even so, those moments can be hard. You have to try to be as thankful as you can. And I think, honestly, we're just here trying to live a peaceful, healthy life.
Yes.
That's what we're trying to say.
Correct.
That's
so
all.
True.
And that's trying to just live a peaceful, healthy life.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Well, what we know is that, the word of God says we are in this world, but we are not of this world. And so there's a huge, vast distinction when you're in a world, but you're not allowing the world to influence you in this negative way, that you live a life that's worthy of living, one full of joy.
Yeah.
And joy is not happy. Happiness is contingent upon your condition.
That's so true.
Joy is in the valleys and on the mountaintops.
Right, because you can find joy through the darkness also.
You can.
Yeah.
And that's like a whole nother podcast and well worthy of our time to discuss. But, we're in this world. We're not of this world. We have to make the decision to set ourselves aside and say, God made me to think good, positive, healthy thoughts. Then we can support the way that we do that by living like a healthy life, one that's full of balance, one that we take care of our bodies because our bodies and our mind are so entwined and connected. And then when we fall into the trap of thinking negatively, we can use some of these tools that we've talked about.
Be aware. That's the most important thing. Be aware.
Correct.
That's how you can make the change.
Yeah. Number one, be aware. Number two, use some of these sort of mechanisms that we've talked about to change, to imagine yourself as a train and you're chugging down the track and all of a sudden you're like, I'm going into like this weird dark landscape. I need to like pull the switch and change tracks. That's what being aware does. And then you have to do the thing that helps you switch tracks and end up in a different spot. So really good conversation. I think we're winding up a little bit. Do you have any more, anything that you want to say? Yeah, like on your notes.
Let me look and see if I have anything. Carlos, what about you?
I have nothing left.
Yeah, I just think I just think it all starts like everything starts of here, like what we're thinking about. You know, every day, you get up in the morning, your first thought, I got to get out of bed. I got to put my feet on the ground. Like everything starts there.
Yeah.
So important.
Yeah, it is important. And for me, like one of the things I want to end with is that if you're a believer, if you believe in Jesus Christ, if you're living your life with the Lord, whatever your belief system is, mine is Christ-centered. Prayer changes everything for me. And that's one thing I would want to just say and make really, like if you were to take away anything that I said today, it's that if you're a person right now who's listened to our conversation and felt kind of uncomfortable and you felt like bad or you felt like a little pinch,
and
like
don't
I
feel
might
judged by any.
Yeah, we're not judging.
No.
But we do want to be we want to be truthful in the way that we identify things. So that's a delicate balance. But what we want you to know is even if you start with a prayer, Lord, there's a prayer in scripture that says, you search me, search my heart,
Mhm.
find my iniquity, which is find the bad stuff in my heart, reveal it to me, Lord, and then change me. Like just start by prayer. And that will lead you on a path to finding
Yeah.
the peace that we all so hunger and long for.
Yeah, this is what it's all about.
It
This
really
is what
is.
we're talking
That's
about.
nice.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Right.
just
So
pray,
good.
just say a prayer. Say
Right.
and prayer, people are always like, they ask me,
Mhm.
like, I don't think I can pray well. Like, I don't know how to pray well. Praying is talking to God.
Just like
like-
if you're talking to your friends.
Yeah.
It's very, very,
Or
very
us
simple.
sitting in a
Easy.
podcast studio talking
Mm-hmm.
like about this stuff. Just say, God, I don't know where to even begin.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm not as positive as I could be. And that will be the beginning
it.
of a whole new world for you.
Agreed.
And that is our greatest hunger
yeah.
in this podcast. Our greatest desire
Mhm.
is that anyone listening to us would know we are for you. Like we're prayerful for you. We want you to find peace. We want you to find joy in life. And our hunger is for you to do life with an extremely positive mindset and not just get caught up in the world. You know, like as Carlos so beautifully said, like glass half full, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I would want to
No, that's
leave as my
great.
takeaway.
Compared to my little when you wake up in the morning, what you're thinking about. That's freaking amazing. I'm sorry. I did the best. I could
It
think
was
of.
great.
I'm
I loved
kidding.
it.
I'm kidding.
Carlos?
1 point for you, Pia.
Yeah.
I told you,
Do I
now
get a
I'm
grade?
double zero. Minus double zero.
You're doing the imaginary mathematics.
Whatever.
Minus.
Minus
1.
Minus it all.
Minus. Carlos, do you
What
have any
about
words
you?
of wisdom to close out?
I would say for all that people out there struggling, use take a break, breathe, a long
Yeah.
breath, and just think about everything you're doing every day.
Yeah.
Find on your mind
Yeah.
how you can improve yourself.
Yes.
And the people around you, we're talking about your family, because
Right.
you can decide who are your friends, but sometimes your wife or your kids, they will stay with you. And then how you can make them better
Yeah.
for themselves and for yourself, for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. Very good, Carlos.
Yeah, really good, Carlos.
Very good.
All right. Well, I think that that wraps it up.
Yeah.
I think we've been
We've been going for a while.
yeah, it's such a good topic. Thanks for thinking of it, Nan. It's so good.
No.
Yeah, I
Thank
love it.
Joyce Meyer.
Yeah, Joyce Myers. Like one more shout out to Battlefields of the Mind by Joyce Myers.
Oh, okay. We're going to close out, but I'm
Yeah.
going to read it because
Okay.
if you liked what you heard today, give us a thumbs up and follow us on Instagram, Spotify,
Yeah.
and YouTube and Facebook. Right?
Yeah. And Apple Podcasts.
Oh my gosh! But we didn't say Apple
And the
Podcast.
website.
Oh yes,
Don't
you
forget
can
the
all
website.
yes right. You can also check us out on our website, gratitudeandattitude.life.
Outstanding.
Good Lord.
Hopefully
Anyways,
it gets better.
it will get better. That's a terrible outro.
That was like the worst outro we've ever done. But we haven't done many. So
I will memorize this one day, but everybody remember, I have a very bad memory.
yeah, that's right. We know that now. We truly do.
Oh, well, remember to take things lightly while doing life deeply.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks
we
for
love
joining.
you guys. Yeah. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
Take care, everyone.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.